'cause it's heavy, heavy friendly. There is an eagle flying.
Yeah!
Hey,
Action.
hey, frienders.
Come on.
Hey, listeners. Hey, it's me.
You just heard that theme song. They're all like, whoa, I'm pumped up. And then you came on with that.
You like that song? You think it's good?
Are you insecure now?
I mean, I have times because, like, in this business, it's like rejection.
Business? Oh, yeah.
In the music business, it's just rejection, and the podcast business, too. It's interesting. I added another thing to be rejected at to my life when I decided to do this.
Gosh, you're really down today.
Are you down, too?
Here's the thing.
Your eyes are really red.
Thank you. Here's the thing about theme songs, though. I mean, you hear that every single time you listen to this podcast.
Which is hopefully every week.
And everyone who listens
every Monday
to one episode listens to all of the episodes because they get hooked.
Oh, yeah.
And the theme song, and I think it's a credit to you and also the co-writer, me, that the song is good because
thank you.
You hear it. You're welcome, and thank you.
No, you didn't really write it, but
so I think that means it's good if you can
hear it over and
over and over. And you're kind of like, oh, and maybe also you're picking up on a different, part of the arrangement.
Yes.
Oh, there's a little symbol.
I accented this thing,
right?
Or I did a nice little harmony there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you feeling better?
It's just life, man. Life is not always easy, Joe.
I thought you'd be happy this week.
Why?
That inquiry.
Oh. Been listening a lot about it. Okay. Been listening a lot about it. I didn't see the press conference, but
the press conference. I mean, aren't there many?
There were two.
Oh,
there were two big ones I was looking forward to. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and this is old news by the maybe he's gone by the time this comes out.
Well, we said that, you and I have said that several times throughout the course of this podcast.
Welcome to the show, folks. It's
if you listen to this show, you're going to know this isn't our usual timber tone.
Gosh, you're out of it. This isn't our what's the word?
Yeah.
Folks, this is your old pal Joe.
Yes, it is.
And
Laura,
it's
my old pal Joe.
Is my old pal.
Yep.
At this point, we're almost at. Is it 2 years?
Yeah.
Almost in late October.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're trying to get yourself to a better level. See, at this point, guys.
Now I'm feeling hyped up a little bit. Like, you know what it is? This fucking podcast gets me fucking hard.
Whoa.
It gets me fucking amped up, man.
It does. Why do you think that is?
It's because it's fun. It's smart. People would say it challenges the mind. It pushes the envelope. It breaks barriers.
I feel like the difference between how you started this show.
It's nuts.
Your eyes are.
Oh shit.
Your eyes are sparkling and wide.
It's nuts. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like high on friendship.
Maybe we could change the name.
High on friendship.
High on friendship.
Yeah, there's probably already a podcast called that.
Yeah, actually, our name's good, and the theme song.
There's actually, I think, a podcast called Heavy Friends or something like that. And I discovered it. I actually discovered it at like maybe a few weeks after we started our podcast.
Okay.
And we didn't know each other that well. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to tell you that.
Oh, but you were afraid.
But I was afraid to tell you because you were so negative about everything all the time. And like,
is that right?
You're just so in your head about things. You still are in your head about things. But now I know that's just how Joe is, whatever, move past it.
You think I was negative though?
Well, I thought you were going to get really hung up on that. Oh. And I didn't want you to just like overanalyze
this negative thing.
Yeah.
You thought I was negative?
We'll see what you're doing right now is the epitome of what I mean.
Negative.
I
am hung up on it.
Focusing on negative aspects of things that people say.
Focusing on the negative.
Yeah.
I'd love to focus on the positive.
Okay, great.
But
Not a lot,
I
right?
live in the negative.
It's hard to do.
I got it. I like it better that you would say I focus on the negative as opposed to I'm like a negative person.
No. You
I'm
just
negative
like
when it comes to me.
You're too analytical sometimes, and you get in your head too much about
this
something.
This is the problem. This is why I haven't been sleeping. This is why I'm exhausted.
Tell me.
Weeks on. No, just that's it.
Okay.
I'm telling you. That's because I'm thinking about things.
I'm exhausted because I've been going out every fucking night.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
I know. It's crazy. I really am. I'm just like worming so much.
What?
Worming. I'm always be worming.
W-A-R? Worming?
Worming. I'm worming around Austin. Worming my way into things, I like to say.
Wiggling in the dirt.
Yeah, squiggling and wiggling. Yeah.
And when it rains, you come out to the streets.
Oh, yeah. Open my mouth.
Huh?
Did I get the rain in my mouth?
I don't... Dude.
Guys, this podcast is called Heavy Friending. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't listened before, and we used to say this, we don't say it anymore, but it's still true. Go back to the beginning. Because...
I don't say that anymore, but...
But I think that I just said that. We don't say it anymore.
I don't say it because I don't believe it.
I do. I think if you're listening now, you're going to be so confused. We got so many funny inside jokes, you know?
Have we said any joke inside
David
or other way? Well, but I'm...
David There's one right there. And the real listeners they're going to be bowled over right now. They're like pulling their cars off on the side of the road. Their tears are pouring down their face right now. And all the rest of you don't fucking even know. You got to go back to the beginning because we were strangers. We didn't know each other at all. And each week we have done things together that no two people really should sometimes, you know?
Like the
time
we
went
to. See, that's not an inside joke and also not a joke.
No,
and so
but it's
sometimes
good,
some things we say
right?
are inside. Let's categorize it.
Okay.
So some things are inside jokes.
Yes.
Some things are just jokes, universal jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Some things not jokes.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think you've covered all the bases on that.
These are the categories. So, if you're listening with the clipboard at home, feel free to make a column for not jokes, a column for jokes, and then let us know the tally at the end.
But we're all going to have a different tally because some of us find different things funny.
Because humor is subjective. So that's fine. But once, if everyone submits their own tally
then we can do the data.
Then we can make an average. And we'll say, well, roughly,
38% not jokes.
Not jokes.
I would say I think I'm going to do our percentages. I'm going to say we're probably about 19% not jokes. Okay.
Not this episode.
Like fully serious.
I would say this current episode is almost like 1% jokes.
Okay. And like I said, you focus on negative things and you're negative.
Well, in this instance, I don't know
what's
been funny
person.
so far.
You're far. Yeah, that's it. You're negative. And see what happens when you're negative? You sound like an idiot.
Well, I try and bring others down with me. I think that's the goal.
This podcast, what my point is that we weren't friends and we are friends now. We're like best friends. Mm-hmm. And if you missed all that in between, it's like, you're eating this piece of bread on the sandwich and you're skipping the salami, the prosciutto, the capicola, the mozzarella, all the delicious Italian meats and cheeses, the prosciutto that go. Did I say prosciutto already?
You said
we're very big on prosciutto.
Who's we?
The Italian people.
Okay.
And so that's another thing. If you've listened to the podcast a long time, you know that Joe gets so mad when I talk about being Italian. It bugs the fuck out of him.
I also forget
because he's
things that have been on the show. That's another thing because I don't really remember you talking about
So you don't know.
this.
Yeah. Anytime I say like anything about it being Italian, you get really upset about it.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. It bugs
this is like, it's like, for me, it's like 50 first dates where I don't know who you are or how I know you exactly. Yeah. And then by the end of each episode, I feel comfortable with you again.
Yeah.
So for me, that's why I don't say go back, listen, because I'm like, to me, each episode is a standalone thing because I don't know who you are.
Yeah, but think about if you yourself listened, how close you would feel to me.
If I binged them,
I
probably would. Does that happen to you where I will go back and maybe I'll read? I mean, not recently, but like, you read a yearbook thing and they're like, you meant so much to me and you helped me get through Mr. Johnson's English like class. You were so funny and
no one said that
you were unanimously adored and loved. And, I wish you were my boyfriend instead of the football captain.
Can run wild.
He was cool and all, but you had that silent cool that no one knew about.
Sure.
Is that kind of stuff.
Right.
Does that happen to you?
Where what? I read things like that?
No, just like when that was obviously like maybe 10% of that was a joke.
Well,
it was
on my chart.
It was 100%
on my
inside
chart,
joke
it's
to me because I found
different.
it very funny.
Okay, but on my chart, it's
okay. So and then we'll take the average. So about 50% of that might.
Okay,
have
we'll
been a
go
joke.
50.
But no, I have that thing where like I'm reminded of like, oh, I didn't really think I was friends with this person until I see evidence of it, physical evidence.
Right. Like a stain somewhere. There's like something crusty on your shirt, and you're like, what is this? You smell it. You're like,
see.
and then you're like, Laura, and then you know it's friendship. It's real.
I see stains and I don't know where they originated.
Well.
So I don't know. It needs to be something very obvious.
Let me tell you something about our friendship. If you see a stain and it's like white and crusty, it's from me. And so anytime you see a white and crusty stain, I just want you to think of me. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, my name's Laura Lee Bishop, and I'm here with my best friend, Joe Barlow. Have we said our names already?
I said first names.
But here's the thing.
Because when you're friends to me, and this is just me, you don't need to have the last name.
Okay, great. That was a high road you took.
You're on a first name basis. I like people who listen to this show to feel like they're on a first name basis.
Okay, well, why don't you name all the names?
Maybe you're trying to get clout.
From what? Saying your last name?
On Instagram or something.
No one knows who you are.
No, I'm saying you. Okay. You're trying to get clout.
By saying my full name?
Because I'm saying Joe, I'm like, Google me if you want, but Joe's not going to return anything.
Okay. You know what I like about what's happening right now?
Yeah.
We're kind of thinking of the past and taking a little trip down memory lane. And I feel like our conversation is a little bit like how we used to be, you know?
In what sense?
I just feel like nowadays we're on the same page a lot, you know?
Oh.
And today we're not on the same page a little bit. And so, I don't know, I think that's nice. Like that little tension, that little bit of tension is back. That will they or won't they? Tension is back. Mm-hmm. Who will they or won't they kill each other, obviously, is what I meant. Yeah. By the end of the podcast.
How has this show evolved? Because I only live in the now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and the negative past.
Well, clearly, and in Africa, based on your shirt. Anyway,
and you live in Jiffy Lube. Your outfit. See, this is inside joke territory. It's so inside. You would have to be in this room looking at what we're wearing.
It's truly inside.
But it is funny what we said. So it definitely is.
Okay, what we said was funny. You guys just had to be here.
Inside joke. Very
you had
inside.
to be here.
You have to be inside
in this
the house.
Actual space.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're not, because I don't know you guys well enough for you to be inside my house yet.
Well, but you see now. You and I just this is another visual thing.
Okay.
And I'm pointing to your window.
Right.
Because your window. It's nighttime. It's dark outside.
Right.
Your window, your blinds are wide open,
which
means people can see in. And I think that's a weird way to live.
I like that. It gets me wet. I parade around, act like I don't know that they're there.
What are you doing?
I do things.
Because we're in your dining room, kitchen area. Like, what are you doing in
I like
this
to
area?
do disturbing things. You know what I mean? Like to stick my finger. I'll take okay.
Yeah, this is good. Now we're getting somewhere.
Right.
This is not joke territory. This might be a new territory, like disturbing.
Yeah. So I'll get like the sour cream out of the fridge.
Perfect.
Maybe like take it, open it up.
Oh no.
And then like stick my finger in my nose or something, and then I'll stare out the window. Like I'll never even blink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll just hold the sour cream, and I'll just slowly take my finger
that was in your nose
and put it real deep into the sour cream. You know, stuff like that.
But then what do you do?
And then I just put the lid back on and put it into the fridge. And then I'll sometimes while I'm putting it into the fridge, I'll look over my shoulder and I'll give like a sly smile, like. Just for whoever I know is watching, you know, it's
someone's out there. I mean, yes, you have a fenced-in backyard, and it probably would be difficult. But I
can feel them a lot of times. So sometimes I'll just be in the kitchen, and everything I do is like with a prance or with like a a shimmy or a shake, and they know it's for them, you know, and it's like a fun little thing we do together.
You have a husband who would.
I do
get into that sour cream at some point. Theoretically,
maybe he's not that into sour cream, so it's more like.
Do you only do it to foods he wouldn't
safe
eat?
Safe foods.
Okay.
Safe foods. Yeah.
So this isn't like a prank, because like it's not cool probably for him if he gets caught in the crosshairs.
Oh, of course I wouldn't. I would never want him to do that. I don't mind if he gets caught in my crosshairs. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
But you know.
But
You get it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this goes like when I was a kid, the Truman Show movie came out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I used to do bits.
Yeah. I get it.
Because I was like, well, my audience is watching me. There could easily be cameras here. And maybe I was like, well, if they would show me that movie so that I would start catching on to the things in my life of the people watching me.
I know.
And now, hey, with cameras on every object, I mean, aren't we all?
Yeah. Cameras on every object.
Aren't we all stars of our own show for a Russian hacker?
And I'll tell you right now.
I'll tell you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent point, Joe. Same page.
Well, and also you got this new iPhone. So I was thinking about this. They apparently.
Yeah. I don't know why you looked at your phone because it's like a fucking Android.
I was just using it as an
just
example.
Don't look at it. So it's not an iPhone.
This is a phone. So.
Well, yeah.
So this was
sort
the
of.
camera
It doesn't
here.
really receive messages very well.
It doesn't have iMessage. That's true. It has.
I try to send you like audio
platform.
clips or video clips. It doesn't go through. It's just
the video clips come through. They're just very downgraded. It's almost
So like when your phone gets shitty things sent.
Well,
to it.
there are other ways to send files, and
Okay,
it
sure.
doesn't have to be through iMessage.
Okay, sure.
You have other apps on your phone, right? So yeah, like Instagram could send a.
Well,
Anyway.
it's just sad that you have to go
well, it's
through
not sad
third
because
parties.
it's the
You see your
same.
phone
It's the
just
same
do-
thing. I have to open the messaging app, or I have to open Instagram, and you forget every time. So it's like I have to remind you, hey, this actually doesn't work, and then it's like, oh,
I don't forget because everyone else's phone does it. So it's like,
well,
oh,
I guess
wait,
you do forget because if you didn't, you would have not done it. So you only have one friend who thinks outside the Apple bubble. Is that what I'm hearing?
I have only one friend who doesn't have an iPhone.
Okay, well, this is a Pixel 3, so fuck you. And this is a good product.
Okay. Are you trying to get like a fucking sponsorship or what?
No, I was going to actually talk about the iPhone.
Okay, go ahead.
But the iPhone, the new 11.
Yes.
What do you have? Like a 8, 9?
From a guy who doesn't even fucking have one, I'm getting lip. Okay.
I honestly don't know what it is.
You'd be lucky to have my old fucking phone. You'd be lucky.
Is that insulting? I don't live on iPhone planet, so I don't know if that's is that an insult?
I still have a fucking aux jack, so if that tells you anything.
It doesn't, but I know
I'm on 6S Plus.
Oh, it's even worse.
6S Plus.
Well, and I
still an iPhone, still better than your piece of shit.
I lost the Pixel 3, no headphone jack.
Yeah, and why did they do that? Because Apple did it. Surprise, surprise.
Well, some things
bit of a copycat,
or some things Android originated and Apple stole. So
and what's that? What's that? Not the touch screen. I know that. Not the shape. Not the size.
I don't know. I'm sure you can
name one thing.
Look it up.
Okay.
Someone could look it up.
You could look it up because you're the one who said it.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I think it was Samsung.
Okay, but we're not talking about Samsung. We're talking about
that's an Android
the Google
phone.
Pixel.
It's an Android phone. It's not all Planet iPhone for us.
I was just saying of the Google Pixel.
I'm pretty sure it was that the first phone to do that, and I could be wrong.
Oh yeah,
let's just keep that in mind.
We all
but I think
have that in our minds at all times.
I want to say it's a Samsung. It had that thing where you could tap it to another Samsung phone and like you could transfer files. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's kind of. I think that's like
Okay.
That's like a thing.
Where were you going with this?
Oh, so there's a new camera. There's like a super wide screen.
Okay.
Photo.
Yeah.
And people are joking online that like, oh, you take a picture of
dead ass
things that you would want to appear larger. That you might send a photo to someone.
Right.
You want it to something to appear larger.
Right.
And so it's a super wide angle.
Yeah.
But that made me think not about that because I wouldn't need that purpose.
Well. Okay. You haven't ever let me see, so I can't really weigh in. I can base it on your personality type and just the lack of things I've noticed.
BDE?
You know what I'm saying?
Is it BDE?
Well, no, whatever the opposite of that is.
SDE?
Yeah. That, and then like just the fact that it looks like when you're just standing up or like even in a position where the pants should come up and like hug something, it's like empty. So that's just on observation.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. You've been looking,
of course, and I think from episode 1. I think from episode 1, and like I said, go back because from episode 1, I think I've been asking to see your dick.
Okay.
I don't know how long and how many episodes we have to do till we fucking do that. I mean, Jesus, how much is it to ask?
Maybe that's an
You say
an
we're best
anniversary.
friends, and it's like, Jesus, show me your dick already. It's actually kind of like fucking offensive at this point and hurtful.
I don't show a lot of people. That's sort of
I know,
something
but I'm
you
your
should know
best
about
friend,
me.
so it's like, I don't know, man. It's getting to a point where it's like, what are you hiding, really? Kind of.
Well, I have a mole.
I know that already.
We went over that 2 or 3 ago.
Yeah, and I've brought it up a couple times since then too.
The mole?
Yeah, as a joke.
Yeah, I need
a couple different jokes.
I need to examine it again.
Yeah, well, like I said, always here for you. And
no, but what I was saying, this was the original reason I brought it up, was just, and this isn't that interesting, so I'll try and be quick here, okay? So it has this wide angle lens. So my concern is, because I'm already a little concerned when you like put your phone on the table. You're like, oh, what can it see from there? Because, my computer, I cover up the camera. I don't want people to see it. Your eyes are closing again. And
they're rolling is what people call that.
Rolling and closing. So I'm concerned with a wide angle. If that's laying there, that means it could probably see me if I'm sitting here. You see what I'm saying?
What is it
is that clear, do you think, to the listeners? Is there a better way to describe that?
Let me say to you, what is it you're worried about them seeing?
My penis.
Is that it? So how often are you in front of your phone in the nude? Shower time? Do you take your phone into the shower?
Well, I set it up and I record.
Okay, that's what I thought.
The shower.
That's what I thought.
Just for like
posterity. Well, you want to compare your body over the days and see how it's changed.
Well, I mean, ideally, I would love to at the end of the year.
Oh, you have to need something to jerk off to later.
I would love to at the end of the year do a montage and see how my body has changed and fluctuated.
And also just how your shower style has changed.
Hot girl summer.
Yeah.
Hot girl summer. And then they say lumpy
boy
bod fall.
Yeah.
And so, I want to see how I changed seasonally, because they say you gain some in the winter.
Well, I also I would like to see how how the different ways I bet you wash differently as the year goes around. Do you know?
Explain
because
that.
I bet maybe summertime you're starting pits, tits, and ass, and maybe when winter comes you're chilly, and so you're doing a little more just standing under the water and getting warm before you wash.
Oh, and it'd be a long shower because you're like, once I turn it off, it's going to be cold when I tiptoe back to my room.
And you have to warm up your fleshlight in that hot water. So, and that may change too, depending on your hormones and things like that, and the time you're in there and stuff like that. So it's different for everyone.
It's different for everyone.
And it's different just for yourself throughout the year. Yeah. How many times you masturbate to a fleshlight.
So do you think that was a good story, what I told?
I'll say something about this podcast. It doesn't matter what story is told. We make it a thing. And I'm proud of that. We could say anything right now. Picture frame. We're going to take that.
No. Now you've...
Exactly.
We've gone and done your thesis
We've
wrong.
gone and fucking done it now.
Done what?
No, we're about to do it right now.
Make that interesting?
Yeah. Go do it. You can do it. I know you totally
this
can.
Is your challenge.
No, this is our challenge. Something we do together. Okay, I can do it right the fuck now.
Good.
How the fuck come?
Okay.
We don't have a picture of the two of us in a frame.
Oh.
I have pictures of my friends all over this house.
In frames?
In frames, yeah. All over the place. And I don't have a single picture of us in a frame.
I have a picture of us, though. Not in a frame. But
Where?
I have a physical photo of us.
Where?
It's on my my little, I don't know, what do you call that? A table?
Where?
In my living room.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because my parents saw it and they were like, "What's this?" And I was like, "That's Laura." And they're like, "Oh yeah." And they threw it. They said,
Wait,
"This
stop.
is gross."
We have to stop. Hang on.
Why?
Because, okay, a couple things. First of all, I just want to say I just proved my point in that we are fully engaged in a conversation about pictures. Picture frame started it all, and we're going. Okay.
Well, it's not interesting. Doesn't fall in those 3 categories.
What categories?
Joke, not a joke, and...
No, it's going to be. Okay.
Inside joke.
Inside joke. But also there's a fourth category, and that's personal revelation.
Oh.
Okay. So.
Well, now they have to add another column.
Yeah, and they should,
that.
because this is also, and friendship should be the fifth.
Well, I hope everything here is under the friendship umbrella.
Sometimes it's not, though. Sometimes it's just, anger.
But I think anger fits under that umbrella.
Okay, so everything's friendship.
When
and
it's you and
friendship
I.
joke, friendship not joke.
Yeah, but we don't, so it's like
and then
redundant.
friendship, personal revelation. Okay, so we're on friendship, personal revelation. Okay, and that is, you have a picture of me in your house, and I just want to know more about it.
You gave it to me.
What do you mean?
There's that little, it's a little like Polaroid.
Oh. Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys.
Why?
I know what that Polaroid is from. It's from Thanksgiving.
From Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Why does that?
Oh, it's so sweet. And where do you
It's
have
not
it?
sweet.
Okay, tell me where you have it.
I told you it's on a table.
But what do you mean on a table? Tell me more about it.
Well, now it might have fallen. It was leaning on the lamp.
It was just leaning on a lamp?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't have a frame or,
But you just sat it up there.
It was just leaning against the lamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where in the living area? In the main space? Like showing it off, kind of, some would say.
It's the table under my thermostat.
Would you say that's like the main table of the room?
No,
or maybe where the eye draws.
Coffee table is the center of the room, probably the center focal point.
Right, but you're not going to put the picture on the coffee table because it's like you don't want to get it messed up.
Is a lamp I don't turn on. So it's darker in that corner.
Well, okay.
Because this light bulb in the lamp is like fun. It has a colorful.
Oh, so it's a fun bulb. Yeah.
Or I could set
set the mood.
The colors will change. Mm-hmm. So usually I don't ever really.
Do you ever look at the picture?
So that table, in terms of tables in my house, it's the least used table.
Yeah. So I would say I put my nicest things on the least used surface a lot of times.
Guess
so I don't want to get messed
up. And in my
up.
lifestyle, it's like I put things on that, like if I'm ranking my tables, coffee table, number one.
Right, but you also probably put your feet on a coffee table, and so I put
everything. I mean, that's
what I mean. So
the best table in the house,
right? But
I love it.
I don't want my photo on the picture where all those things go. So I like that it's on the coffee table. So I'm just going to say that. Okay,
it's not on.
I like that.
Okay, so that's number one.
I'm proud of that.
Number two, bedside table is.
I mean, and frankly, I'll be honest. That's
functional.
where I'd like the photo to be. I mean, if I could pick any table in your house, obviously I'd like you to put it there. But
see, I have this little. It's an owl, an owl's head on my side table or my bedside table, and
it's a very weird thing to masturbate to. But
what makes it functional? Is I like art. I like functional art.
Yeah.
So I can put my glasses on it's made to you put your glasses on the little owl and it's like kind of cute, and then he's like, oh, he's wearing glasses and he's an owl, but so that's really cool. So I guess what I'm saying,
I don't know if it's really
what
cool.
I'm saying is if you want to be represented in my home, if you could make some sort of functional art piece that maybe you're incorporated, or a photo of us is incorporated. If it's a glasses holder, it's a hat rack, it's a a plate. I would eat off of us.
Well, hang on. You got me there now. Hang on.
Yeah, or a mug. A mug with
drink me down every last drop.
Well, like that. If it said that, I would use it less probably because it would make me uncomfortable.
Okay.
But maybe I'd give it to guests as a joke, like, here's your coffee, and then they're drinking. I'm like, by the way, you're drinking Laura's drops.
Yeah.
So that would be like a fun
and then they'd
prank.
be like, probably.
Oh, is that the sound you do for vomit? Like if I did a vomit, it would be
all
like,
right. You know what? It's rude. It's rude. But just back to the picture frame.
There's no frame.
Okay, well, the
or if you gave me a
kept
photograph
inside your home and displayed in your house, in your living area where everyone walks in and sees, and that you recently showed to your parents.
Why didn't they saw it?
It's interesting. Well, they saw it.
They were visiting and they happened to see it, and they said, "What's this?"
Well, they saw it because you you put it out where they could see it. So I'm just gonna.
I don't really have a.
I want to say this. My microphone has been slipping and sliding around.
Okay.
Have you noticed that?
No.
Has been happening to me where you don't even pay attention to me.
No, because I like to. Sometimes my eyes are open, but it's that thing where
but they're closed. Yeah,
someone's
it's close to
sleeping.
the
right.
world.
So I'm not taking in input, but
You're not woke.
But I do that.
I know that.
Not woke.
You're not woke.
I'm woke. But what I was going to say is I like to sometimes do the podcast like I'm just listening to it because that's how people encounter it.
What I was going to say.
Go for it.
Is that your parents went, oh, what's that? What'd they mean? What'd they mean by that?
I think they were like, oh, is this a photo of you know,
and a
girlfriend?
Girl. Right.
Yeah.
And they were probably saying that because they thought it was really pretty, right?
I think they said that because it's like
it's
low
a rare
quality
thing that
photo.
you could ever have a girlfriend.
The colors aren't like, it's not a brightly.
Oh, because it's a low quality. What does that mean?
Well, so I'm saying they didn't know who it was. Like, oh, who is that? Oh, it's so I'm not. They don't know who it was. So that's why they said, "Who is that?"
Well, it's so fucked
they were
up on a couple different levels.
They were excited. They're like, "Ooh, oh," because they're like, "Oh, who's who?"
Yeah.
And then they look at it. They're squinting. They're like, "Oh, this is a low quality. Why would you have this low quality?"
Yeah, because Joe's parents are really old. Just so you guys know.
No, I mean they're pretty standard age.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like looking. They're like,
kidding.
And then
to Joe's parents, I'm kidding. I can't wait to see you guys soon. All my love. Okay.
Well, yeah. Okay. So here's a question.
Okay.
So we'll move on.
Okay.
And this is actually maybe something we could do, you and I.
I'd love to do everything with you.
We could do a Christmas card this year.
Joe.
And then you could send it to my parents. And then there'd be no question, who's the person in the photo, because it would say Joe and Laura on the bottom.
I'd really love that.
Yeah.
It would say Joe and Laura on the bottom?
It would say Joe and Laura
on the bottom.
At the bottom of the card, it would say,
Joe and Laura on the bottom. Yeah, I get it. I'd love that. So it'd be something with our butts.
That would be a good
then.
maybe Patreon thing too. Mm-hmm. But, I don't really like working on Patreon.
I know. Every time I have an idea of where you're
Guys,
like, but
do you
we
know
have
what
to do
Patreon
something
is?
Seamless.
It's a website.
Pro.
And it's a website we promote by doing a cavalcade of characters.
Oh my God.
Usually
we
Laura
bring them
does
all.
them.
We bring them all out.
Are any of them here?
There was once a rat.
That's what I was going to say.
There was once a French rat, but I don't know if he made it on the show.
Yeah. He might have been
he
edited
may have
out.
been on the cutting room floor.
Because I remember this voice.
Well, we did the rat when you may not have been coming back for the podcast, no?
Uh-huh. I don't know what you're saying. Any other characters here?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tell him Mom was here, brah. This is Narnar Pod to be here with you, brah.
This is Narnar Pod to be here with you.
Yeah. Hang 10, brah.
Tell me about Patreon, my friend.
Well,
your
friend, you said, so it's me.
No, I was talking to Narnar.
His name is Narnar. So it's this, okay. I got to get into character. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Narnar is coming back. Here we go. Blah. Yes.
Come in.
Hey, man. Patreon is this cool website where you can donate any amount of coin, bro. It can be anywhere from 10 cents to $10. And you get exclusive content.
Could it be more than that?
It could be any amount of money you want. Yeah. But like the way surf culture is we don't really care about money. We just care more about friendship.
Nar.
Yeah. It's quite nar. You're right there, Joe Heim.
This is one of your best characters.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Patreon.com/heavyfriendly.
Yeah, and you can donate an amount of money and then hang 10. Mm-hmm. Cool. He's a cool guy. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah, he knocked the second time to come in.
Well,
he just showed up.
Well, he realized after that we wanted like more of an announcement.
Yeah,
so,
and it was kind of not nar that first time. I was like, you should have knocked.
A little rude.
Yeah,
he's a little rude sometimes, but it is what it is.
That was good.
But lots of great characters come by and
do you have more?
Hang out
because you brought it up again.
I don't know. I can't.
I was happy with
I don't
2.
remember any of them.
I feel like you
I'd
do
love to bring them
impressions
back.
though.
No,
Oh, I mean Celine Dion. That was
Thank you.
that was a new one.
Yeah, that was a new one. Yeah, but I don't do impressions. Joe, thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is heavy friending. We really, we just haven't. You know what? This is all I'm saying is we haven't done this in a long time, and I like it. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with it. It doesn't always have to be so perfect and great.
Yeah.
We don't have to be promoting something or interviewing somebody or having some great topic to talk about. Sometimes we just spitball.
Well, yeah.
You know?
I mean, because I like to go do things.
Yeah, I know, and I like to just hang out with you, man. Okay, but
No.
I just like to hang out with you sometimes. And you know what? It's true. We did talk about picture frames for a really long time. I'm just saying, we're pros. We're pros. Okay? And we're bros. And I'm just happy to be here with you. Let's do it. Let's do it for old time's sake. Closer, further apart.
No.
Closer, further apart, Joe. Think about it really, though, because you haven't done an assessment in a long time. You do have to keep assessing. That's just what this podcast is.
That's true. Because if I want to get out, I should know sooner rather than later.
Leave, motherfucker. Get the fuck out then.
I mean, closer.
Yeah. Closer. So, like, we're fucking doing it.
See, I think the difference now between what I remember just from an emotional level.
Yeah.
Back in the old days when this show first started.
Yeah.
I would get because, we were like, we would like argue, but we were like fake arguing. But in the past, it might actually like annoy me. Mm-hmm. Now it's like fun.
To argue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like before, like we were faking it, but at the same time, we were really arguing. Like we wanted to win.
Back in the day.
Yeah. And now I don't care.
Right.
Wins.
I think that's when you know you're friends with someone.
Yeah, like whatever.
Is when you
Fine, you're
don't
right. Who cares?
care.
Yeah.
And then, you can immediately get back to the fun parts.
Yeah. I agree. 100%.
Huh.
Also, when you just like, to me, what's really, and I'm going to say closer, and that's because, when someone just takes a little Polaroid at a party, and they say, here, man, take this Polaroid.
Nar.
Yeah, totally. And they don't just put it in their pocket and wash it in the washing machine accidentally, or look at it and throw it out.
Maybe that happened.
No, it didn't. I know what happened. Is you went home and you pulled it out of the little. You got in your car. You put it in a little plastic bag with rubber gloves. Okay. You got home and you pulled it out and you dusted it off with little, like how they do when they excavate bones from a fucking paleontology place.
Yeah. Very good description.
And you did that, and you put it in a little place of honor. And you know what? You can shit
under
talk
a
that.
hot
You can
lamp.
shit talk that lamp all you want, bro. But something I do know is that you bragged about that little light bulb to me, okay? And how cool that
Brag
light.
about it.
You bragged about the light bulb to me in
No,
the
I
past, and how cool it was.
Well, it was
and how it changed
on
colors.
sale on Amazon.
I
so
know,
it was cool.
and I know that too, because you were bragging about how
LED.
much you liked the light bulb. So it's
LED.
interesting you love that light bulb. It's probably, you know what? You can rank the desks in your house, but what's your favorite
Tables.
light bulb in the house, sir?
Well, that I will say.
Thank you. And I rest my case. Thank you all so much for listening to Heavy Friending. And we're going to go now on that note of where I was right. Is it still fun to argue? Just saying, it went right there in a place of honor to the point to where your parents immediately walked in the door and were
wrapped up
like,
this episode.
and they were like, wait. That's one of the first things I did when we met each other. You do know, don't you?
I thought this show was already over.
It is over. It's done.
Okay, bye.
Bye. This is like the play out.
I know. I've heard that part.
Have you? You don't listen to the podcast.
No, because I'm negative and I'll feel bad about myself.
That's stupid. You're cool, man.
Now you want the show to get